Hello, welcome back to Dollars and Cents Kiwi and welcome back to another grocery haul. I have got quite a bit of a haul for you guys today, and I will also insert the footage of my Wonky Box, which also arrived yesterday. And when I went to town I found some amazing specials, things that I hadn't intended to buy, but I will go into it. And I'm just going to grab my prices and let's get straight into it. Here is some of the Wonky Box this week. I got a winter pack, so it came with some tamarillos, some mandarins and some kiwi fruit. I also ordered some bananas and I got some apples down the bottom there. We got some purple kumara, so there's 2, 4, 6, about 7 or 8 of those. We also got mushrooms, 3 huge leeks. We got 2, 4, 6 small avocados. One I've already opened up into, and we have 3 fennel, some peppers, a beautiful collie. We've got 2 broccoli, 2 bags of purple Brussels sprouts. I ordered an extra bag of yams. We got all these red onions and 2 massive huge daikon. So that's the veggie pack that I got on Wonky Box for this fortnight. Okay, so despite my Wonky Box, I went to Magic Fresh in Dinsdale, Hamilton, and found some incredible specials. So I've got quite a few veggies and I've got some dairy there as well, and then I'm just giving you an overview of what I ended up getting this week. And over here is some household stuff as well. Alright, so I went to Magic Fresh, and all up I spent $178.11 and $62 on household things. So let's go into the Magic Fresh stuff as first. And this is a 10 kilo potato, and I grab a couple of these every month, and they were $5.99 each. So I also grabbed some for some supplemental pig food for my piggies. And they had these amazing, beautiful collies for $1.89 each. I thought it was $1.69, but the docket says $1.89. Regardless, that is a fantastic buy. So there's 4 there. I also grabbed 4 broccoli because they were 99 cents each. Now, if you have been a long time follower of Farmer's Wife Homestead, you will know, which is my other channel, you will know that we've gone over how to freeze these. So I buy them when they're on special, and I buy them in bulk and then freeze them, and I freeze them with the cream, with the cheese sauce on them. So I will link that video in the description because it's been a very popular video, along with the carrots for $3 a bag, 3 kilos of carrots. So I got 2 bags of those, 6 kilos for $6. So $1 a kilo, fantastic price. I've also got another really popular video about processing carrots when they're cheap, and oh look, there's a couple of horrible ones, but that's okay. So we do roasted carrots, you know, all the things carrots. So I grabbed some coriander because I'm doing some soup recipes and I needed coriander. And the coriander, just having a look, that was $3. And also the leeks were on special for $1.29 each. So I grabbed 4 of those. It seems like it was groups of 4 today. Now, this is the cream I like to get. If I'm going to Magic Fresh, I get it. It's King's Creamery. It's 1 litre, and believe it or not, that's $6.50. So for 2 litres, that's $13. Way cheaper than the 2 litre bottles, and the best before is the 2nd of the 8th. So it's still got ages to go. And then I got a milk, which I think is, let me just have a look, the milk is $3.90, so that's super cheap as well. Okay, over in the back here we have more Coupland's bread. So I went to the factory shop. I got 4 of the multigrain, 2 of the super thick toast. I grabbed one of these that was on special for $2.50, marked down. I grabbed 2 frozen mince and cheese pies for $7.99 each, which was an absolute bargain. So one's going to be for dinner for them tonight. I'm going to might make myself a carbonara, and a second one will go in there for if I'm away and husband needs something quick and easy, then he can just throw one of these in the oven. So $7.99 each. And I got a 12 pack of cheese and onion savouries. I like to pop them in the freezer, and it's a couple of these is a nice little lunch for me when I'm busy. I also make savouries, but I need to get some back in the freezer, and my chickens are just starting to lay, so that should happen shortly. So the bread is $1.89 per loaf. Yeah, the rolls were $2.50, pies $8, and the cheese and onion were $11.95. Right, moving along, we'll go into Gilmore's. So at Gilmore's, I grabbed this huge thing of bread and butter cucumber pickles. That is a 2 kilo jar. This will last us for a long time. And that was, just remember the Gilmore's doesn't have the GST, but it was $10.25 for that huge glass jar. I grabbed a big tin, it's 2.5 kilos of diced tomatoes. I am out of baked beans. So if you don't know, on Farmer's Wife Homestead, I've showed you how to make homemade baked beans. So I need to make up a batch of that. So that's why I needed a big glass, big tin. Right, this is beehive ham. So last week we got a big chunk. This time I got some sliced, and it's 1 kilo. And I'll leave some out fresh, and the rest will go into the freezer for lunches and on pizzas, things like that. And that was $15.20. So it works out quite cheap buying it in bulk that way. And then a quick sale of coleslaw. It was 2 kilos for $5. So that is a massive amount, and it's just basically cabbage and carrots. So I can stir fry this, I can make a coleslaw out of it, I can freeze it, but for $5 it was a bargain, and use by date was by today, so I will do something with this tomorrow and it will be all preserved. So my Gilmore's came to $46.90, and that's well, it came to $40.78, and the GST was $6.12, so $46.90 altogether. Okay, and at Woolworths, I needed cheese. I buy my cheese at Woolworths. I like their cheese, and I find that the price is pretty good. So at Woolworths, I spent $38.20 on food, and the cheese is $12.49 per 1 kilo block. And then I also got my Vice. So I got some proper hand-cooked crisps, which are my favourite, but they're super expensive, but they were on special for $4. So I grabbed myself, and that will last me the whole week. And then in the back here, I've got a big bag of Doritos, and we'll have nachos one night. And the Doritos were $3 on special. And I got 2 crinkle cut chips. Again, it's just a quick, you know, like to go with, so like I've already cut up some veg, so we'll have that. We've got collie, broccoli and leeks in there, and then we'll have a mince pie, and then I might just do some chips as well. So yeah, like to have those. Chips is something that I haven't really done in the freezer side of things yet. Roasted potatoes, yes, definitely. And in fact, a lot of this bag, I'm going to do a big thing of roasted potatoes. Again, that is also linked in the description, because when it's on special for $5.99, I'll do like half a bag. And the roasted potatoes are absolutely amazing to have in your freezer. Now the household things came to $62.70, which is quite a lot, but I grabbed some stocked up on some Red Seal toothpaste, and that's the brand or flavour that I like. It was on special, that's why I grabbed that for $3.49 each. I was going to go and get the big huge baking paper at Gilmore's, but I changed my mind. I grabbed this one for $11.25, which is the one that I normally buy, and this will last me a very long time, upwards of about a year, almost a year. And dishwasher tablets. I have done my own dishwasher powder before. I just find that it doesn't get it as clean as these. This is the brand that I like. I like the one with the blue in there. I think they do the best job, but it was way cheaper to get 90 for the same price as it was to get 70. So I went for the 20 extra washes for the same price, and that was $34. And then the Ziploc bags were on special for $3.50. So yeah, so the total, as I said at the start, was $178.11. My budget was $250, and that was for a fortnight, so I've got about $70 left over, which is fantastic. That's going to be there if I need it for anything else over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so basically just got some extras, like the extra veggies I wasn't expecting to get. There's, you know, like, what did I say, it was 40, was it $46.55, so about 30 of it was vegetables. And yeah, I'm not going to pass up a really good special like that for sure. I'm very much into seasonal preserving. Bargain of the day. Maybe we should do that. We should do bargain of the day. So as of today, we're going to do bargain of the day. Obviously, this is going to be bargain of the day. I should have grabbed some spring roll wrappers, and I could have made spring rolls. I haven't had spring rolls in ages. When I go to town next, whenever that is, I'm going to pick up some spring roll wrappers. So what I'll do is I'll cook down some of this and freeze it, and then I can thaw it and use it for spring roll wrappers. That'd be pretty cool. Also rice paper roll wrappers. I love rice paper rolls. Might make them for lunch sometime too. Yeah, so happy with that altogether. I spent almost all of my household budget. I had $70, so it was $62.70. So, but yeah, I got some stocked up on some good things that I needed for the household. So all in all, I'm very happy with today's haul. Do ask me any questions in the description if you like. What else? Yeah, I think that's probably it for today's grocery haul, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, ask anything down below. People ask, well, as you can see, I only buy what I either need or if it's on special, and then I stock up. So that's kind of how I work my groceries. So I don't necessarily go every week. I only go in when I actually need something, or, you know, if I'm online and I see that there's a good special or something that's on, like, you know, I don't know, yeah, if I just see a good special. Also, do let me know if you are interested in seeing how I meal plan to go in conjunction with how I do my supermarket shopping. So let me know in the comments if you would. I mean, I know I've explained it over at the other channel, but if you're new to me, would you like me to do a sole video on how I menu plan on this channel? So do let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. There was one other thing that I meant to say, but it's gone totally out of my head. Consider that old age. And yeah, hopefully I will remember before I upload this video. Just as I shut the camera down, I remembered. I will put up here how much I've spent this month so far. So I think it's the 18th. Yeah, I think it's the 18th of July today. I've grocery shopped twice, I think. Yeah, I just don't have the numbers on me right now. I will put it all up in a box up here, and yeah, I'm not sure if I'll end up going shopping again before the end of the month. I will if I need something, and if there's any good specials, I'll grab them. I do try to stick to about $500 a month, which equates to $125 a week. depending on if there's 4 or 5 weeks. It doesn't really matter if there's 4 or 5 weeks. It is 500. That's what I try and stick to, which is 125 a week for 4 adults is pretty good. That's pretty low budget, under the median, and that was before I separated between household and food. That used to be with household and food, and usually cat food as well. So I've separated cat food and I've separated household items now, because I'm really interested just to know how much I'm spending on food. That's it for me today. Hope you're all well, and thank you for watching today's episode, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. All right, bye for now.